Good morning, everyone. This video is for my students of first, second, and third grade at St. Mary's School, Panama. But if you are watching this video, you are already my students. And welcome to Art with Teacher Maddie. Today, I need to talk to my students about the art of Pablo Picasso. He was an amazing artist who lived at the end of the 19th century and most of the 20th century. He was amazing. He started a new trend in art called Cubism, along with other artists, but he was the leader of the movement. As I said, it was called Cubism. And let me show you some images so that you get to know him better. He was very cool. Now, this is Pablo Picasso, and he was born in 1881, and he passed away in 1933. I was in third grade that year, and I remember seeing articles about him in magazines and newspapers. So he wasn't so far away from our time. Now, let me show you his art. This is the first painting in Cubist style that he made. The name is The Ladies from Avignon, or Les Demoiselles d'Avignon in French. And notice that he wanted to transform the organic shapes of the human body into geometric shapes. And this is the result of this nice and unique experiment. All right. He was also influenced by African art. Look at the masks, African style, some of the lady have. So let me show you the next one. I'm sorry. This is the process that he used to transform something very organic into something more simple and geometric. This is a ball, and he transformed this normal ball that he drew into something. Look at here. He is locating the geometric shapes in the body, and he's transforming all this into very simple shape. All right, this is the abstraction process. This is a portrait. These are two girls reading. That's the name of the art. And look at the shapes, the faces. He saw them as diamonds and ovals and straight lines, very simple. And the colors, they are very bright. And what I love about him is that he wasn't afraid of changing the colors and use primary and secondary colors, bright colors. So this project is the one that we're going to do. I'll explain to you later. This is a still life composition, a collection of objects on top of a table transformed into cubism. How neat is that? Look at the colors. They are wonderful. And this is a landscape also made by Pablo Picasso. And notice he transformed the organic shapes of the mountains, the hills, and the trees into something very geometric, very nice. And look at the colors. Amazing. So let's go back a little bit to these two girls. We are going to do this project. We are going to practice our mixture of colors and also our geometric shapes, but we're not going to do exactly the same. Otherwise, we're going to be charged as forgers in art, and that's not good. We are going to use this as inspiration to create our own art, all right? So I am going to stop sharing because I don't want you to get upset over this. I know you can do this. We have done other complicated things before, and you have done wonderfully. So don't worry. Let's just have some fun. I am going to change my camera. And that's the paper I have. Notice that I have my paper in vertical format, all right? When I talk about horizontal format, I put my paper like this. But in this case, I am using vertical format. Now, let's start. Remember, I work with markers so that you can see the lines that I make, but you are going to work with your pencils in case you need to erase lines or correct something that you don't like. And what is cool about the videos is that you can stop and you can do the lines that you need to do and then keep watching the video. So the first thing I am going to do is to locate my spaces, and I need to locate the center of my page. I am going to fold my page like this, corner with corner, I am going to fold it, smash it, and then I unfold it. Now I located the center of my paper. At your right, I am going to do a diamond to make the first face, and a diamond that is like this. Don't worry if your lines are not perfect. Remember, we are just making an experiment. And here I am going to do yet another diamond like this. The next shape I am going to do is an oval. And I am going to start from this corner over here. And I am going to go all the way down here, up, and I finish here. Okay? These are the two faces of the girls reading. Now, what am I going to do? I am going to do one rectangle here and another rectangle right here. Now we have the faces and the necks of the two girls. Now I am going to work with the hair. I am going to start from this point over here, the center point, and I am going to make a curved line like this all the way to the edge of this rectangle over here. And then I am going to do another curved line, but this time I'm going to start here, and I am going to pass over this point over here, and then I go back down like this. And I am going to make a third line that goes to the curve of the oval. And this is the hair of my girl here. I am going to do this girl's hair, and I am going to start from this point at the top of the diamond, and just one curvy line that ends in this point at the center. Now from this point again, I am going to do another curvy line that goes all the way down to this point at the other diamond. And then I am going to come back to the center of this line of the diamond. Now it looks complicated just a little bit, but I am going to give you some reference. I am going to do a vertical line in the center of this diamond, and then I am going to do a diagonal to make a nose. I am going to do the eyes of the girls, and you're going to ask, why is this girl so sad or sleeping? And I'm going to say, no, she's not sleeping or sad. She is reading, and the book is going to be over here. When you look down, you almost close your eyes, don't you? Now, in here, I am going to do the nose of this girl that comes from this point over here. And it is going to go like this and like this. And then the eyes and the mouth. It has two little lines like this. Two girls reading. Now the rest is just some lines that you need to do. You need to do one line from this edge of the rectangle like this. It's a little bit curvy all the way to the edge of the paper. And from this point over here also, you're going to do another line all the way to the edge at the bottom. In here, from this point of the diamond, you're going to do another line like here. And from this point, you are going to do another line to the edge of the paper. And I have my two girls with their dresses. And now I need to do the book. The book is going to be a diagonal line that comes in here, another little diagonal line to the center, another diagonal line, and another one here. I am going to put a line in the center. This is the center of the book. And now I am going to put the pages. 1, 2, and 3. Now I am going to make diagonals like this to make the pages. They are reading. I have my drawing. Now the fun part is not that I don't like drawing, but I love painting. And I am going to start painting the background. The background in the original is orange. I am going to follow the original, but if you want to put another color, it is your choice. I just love orange, and I am going to use orange. To make orange, I am going to use red and yellow. They are primary colors. And they are called primary because from them, you can get any color. These are the three primary colors: blue, yellow, and red. Now I am going to get some red. I'm going to put it in here. Very fast. I don't want to be a boring teacher to take forever. And this red is very powerful. I'm going to use just a little bit, and if I need more, I'm going to use more. This might be the orange I need. I'm going to put a little bit more. This is the orange I need. Now, don't be confused with this red. It is red but there is an issue with the camera that it won't capture the essence of the color. But this is pure red, the red that I used. And I am going to start painting the background. We always start painting from top to bottom, from the background to the foreground, or the middle ground and the foreground, because in case we make a mistake, we can always paint on top. And this is just a beautiful orange. Now, I love Picasso's work, not because it is very pretty. Sometimes his work is not pretty, but it is very, very, very interesting. In order to understand his art, you need to think, you need to analyze, you need to use part of your brains that you probably never thought you had. And that's the beauty of Picasso's work. Not everybody can understand it. It is a challenge for the mind. And sometimes he put people in the same painting facing to the front and facing to one side. And that's why it's very peculiar, his art. And as I told you, he transformed organic shapes into geometric shapes. Okay, I have my background now. Now, if you think that your paint is uneven, you need to wait until it gets dry, and then you can put another layer of color. But wait until it gets dry. Now, the next color I am going to use is yellow, because I want to paint this dress in yellow. I'm going to wash my paintbrush very well. Or I could use another paintbrush. I think I'm going to do that. And since I am going to use the pure color, I am not going to mix it. I'm using a clean paintbrush. I can use it directly from the jar. And this is the result. Yellow is just a beautiful color. It's a very happy color. I love it. Even though I don't have a lot of yellow clothes. But yeah. And talking about Picasso, he had very close good friends who were painters too, and they also developed their art, in the Cubist style. They were George Braque and Juan Gris. They were amazing painters. You know what? I didn't paint this part in orange, and they are part of the background, so I am going to do so. I'm sorry about my mistake. This goes in orange because this is part of the background. Now, it is a good idea if you watch the whole video and then you watch it again and you play and stop as you work. Would you do that for me? Of course you will. When you finish your project and when it is dry, you may want to outline it with a black marker. That's very trendy. In here. I need to paint this part right here too. There you go. Now, I am going to paint this hair in brown because I am going to follow the example of Picasso. But if you want to paint it in another color, you're free to do so. You are the artist. How am I going to do brown? I don't have any brown. I only have the primary colors. So I am going to make orange, and I am going to mix it with a little bit of blue. I have my blue here. And I'm going to pour a little bit of blue. All right, I am going to make the orange first by mixing red and yellow. I need some sort of a red orange, a more intense orange. And now I am going to put a little bit of blue to get brown. Look at the beautiful brown that is coming out. Now, if you think that it is too green, you can put a little bit of red in your combination. A little bit more. I think this is the brown I'm looking for. Very warm. If you want a more cool brown, then you put more blue in your combination. This is the brown I'm looking for. And I am going to paint this girl's hair. Remember, if your brown is too green, you can put a little bit of red. If it gets purple, you can put a little bit of yellow in your combination. Like this. Oh my God, this is so much fun. I love painting. Now I am going to wash my paintbrush. And now I need to paint this girl's face. And in the example, it is green. So how cool is that? How cool is Pablo Picasso? A green face. Go figure. How do you make green? By mixing yellow and some blue. Always put the lightest color first. If you're mixing red and blue to make purple, put the red first and then add the blue to it. Trust me, is the way to go. And then you do this. Cubism started at the beginning of the 20th century. It was a revolution in art. That revolution started with Impressionism, but art wasn't so crazy and revolutionary as when Cubism arrived. It was a time of changes in society. Always when you think of art, think about the society that produced that type of art. At the beginning of the 20th century, people were discovering planes, for instance. They didn't know how to fly, and they learned. So it was a time of revolutions. It was a time of discovery. And this is why people started creating this crazy type of art. Look at this person in green. How crazy is that? Now, the other girl's face is blue, but he painted half of the face in light blue. I am going to make light blue by mixing white and blue. Do you remember the exercise or the experiment we did last week when we made light colors? Okay, we are going to apply those knowledge. I am going to put more white to my combination because I want to make a lot of light blue. I am going to put a little bit of blue in the white. And that's my beautiful light blue. Look at this. And half of the girl's face goes in this amazing color. If I paint on top of the line, that's okay, because when it gets dry, I get to outline it again. All right. Now, what am I going to do? I am going to add some red to this light blue to get lavender. Lavender is a very light purple. Look at this beautiful color I am making. Isn't this pretty? I love it. Light purple. And that's the color I am going to use for this girl's hair. And I guess I am going to use it to paint the textbook they are reading, or the book they are reading. Probably they are sisters and they are just enjoying a book about animals' adventures. And the book also, I am going to paint with this color. This is so much fun. I love mixing my own colors. If you have the colors already made in your bottles, you can use them by all means. It's not a problem. But it is even more fun if you make your own colors and be original, because the colors that you make is not likely that you are going to make it again. They are unique, and it is very hard to repeat exactly the same color. Now, this girl's dress, I am going to paint with red. And I'm going to hurry because this video is getting too long. This is so much fun. I hope you learned. I hope you will keep researching about Pablo Picasso. You can research about his biography and get to know his friends. You are very lucky. You have all the information you need. And in the internet, you don't have to get out. When I was a little girl, I had to go to the public library to get my information. And then my mother got this beautiful encyclopedia with all the information I needed. And that's why I started looking at beautiful paintings from the Renaissance period. And I started making my drawings and getting interested in art because those encyclopedias. Oh, yes. I'm painting all right. And I think this is the last part I have to paint. At the end, you're going to put your signature, but you are going to give credit to the artist who inspired you. You're going to write Picasso by, and you're going to put your name on it. All right. Now I am going to put the girl's eyes in here, the nose. This one too. And notice that when the paint got dry, it got even. All right, so you are going to write here at the top, Picasso, so that you don't forget the name of the artist. You're going to put here by, and you're going to put here your name. Okay? And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. And I hope you do the project and you can show it to me next class. I'll see you. Bye-bye. I love you.